which is really nice.
There's benefits. Yeah.
Then I got so impressed I could go and get my golf ball. I just dropped one. Just dropped one. Most of the time, just I don't remember playing a course. Didn't have any speak ups as hand traps. And it had a 4 DQ water tower in the middle of the course. Hit it 3 times.
So it did have on the right side.
Every time. And one time the ball went back.
Anything like that. It's just like
Ready, Rob? Ready, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get started. I'd like to officially call to order the Madison County Commission work session for Tuesday, February the 7th, 2022, and that's for roll call.
Bill Metcalf.
Present.
Bill Klaus.
Present.
Bill Buchanan. Here. Shane Pennington.
Here.
Gary Harper.
Here.
Doug Fritz.
Here.
Rob Farmer.
Here, let the record show we have a forum, and, first order of business is a preliminary subdivision plat for the Madison subdivision, Barnesville Road. We're gonna bring us up, speaking of the ORT.
This is a piece of property out off Barnesville Road, right before you get to Willow Neck subdivision. We did a zone change on it about, it's been 2 years ago maybe now. Were y'all here for that? Yeah, it's been quite a while. They're just now getting around to start the development process on it. It's these tracks here, runs back here, on the backside of Willow Neck. 120 acres, roughly, acre lots, septic systems. You've got the development plan in front of you. I would like, come on up to the photograph if you want to. We can go over my list first, and I'll give you a copy of mine, and then we'll let the planning commission, you'll introduce yourself, and then we'll get to it.
My name is Nathan Johnson. I'm here for APSGO.
I'm going to give you a copy of this when we get done, so I don't think you need to write it all down. You want to follow along while we're going through. From DRT, KU had a comment that they need to see a 30-foot easement on their overhead utility lines, and there's at least 2 that I saw that run through the property.
There's one that comes all the way across, and
Okay.
there's 2 on the front.
Kind of in the corner there, yeah.
We've been in contact with them.
Very good. Side and rear easements on this plan only show as being drainage easements. These show as utility drainage easement, and on the side there as well. 911 comments. There's 2 cul-de-sacs on here that don't have any name. This one on the back part off of Yuma Avenue is not named, and then there's one up right off the, when you come in on the right, off of Yuma that's also not named. Well, it says UMA Yuma on everything except for one spot in the back, and they spelled Yuma Y.
That's typo. It's UM.
It is UMA. Okay. All right.
Does that stand for something?
I have no idea.
why do you make it the city?
That's not what I see.
Yeah, my suspicion is that it stands for something, but I don't know.
Have y'all been in contact with the state yet about encroachment permits?
Matt Williams, I think, has been, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
We'll make sure we get that squared away before we start any construction. Site statistics. Usually I get a table that shows the smallest lot, the largest lot, the number of lots, the acreage, square footage, that kind of thing, just enough easy to read for like
For
statistics.
each lot, or
No, just for the total
the total?
subdivision, right, just a easy to read, one stop shop, site statistics category. Stuff we know that, we've got to meet that minimum acres requirement. Water lines, I don't see them in the legend, and I don't see them on the plan anywhere. I assume that you know where those are gonna go, because you know where fire hydrants are gonna go, but.
Matt had sent the plan to the water district,
Okay,
and he was waiting for comments back from them.
okay, very good. And then that was, the next thing is, I don't see anywhere on here for my signatures from the utility signature lines, fire department, road department. Post
We was
office.
gonna put for the final plat, we're gonna put a fourth page on there for.
You want it on preliminary, yeah. We want everybody to sign off on the preliminary.
That's kinda what I thought.
Once we give you approval here, that's your approval to go start construction, right? And then the final will come in when you get ready to divide the lot up, so we want that on the preliminary as well. This says the post office rejected the street name, that's actually 911. Douglas Avenue, Hickory Avenue, there's a conflict with both of those, so we need to come up with some alternative names. If you wanna send me those alternative names, as well as the names for the two cul-de-sacs that aren't named, I can run those by 911, make sure those are okay. I don't see any kind of drainage plan on here, any kind of soil erosion control plan or anything. We'd see that on here, B&P, all that good stuff. Any proposed signage at the entrance?
Okay.
And then, are they proposing, streetlights for the subdivision?
I don't think so.
Okay, there is a requirement to at least have one at the entrance,
Okay.
that is paid for by, are they proposing the homeowners
I
association?
don't think so.
Okay,
I
deed
know
restrictions?
there's no deed restrictions, so I wouldn't
We
think.
want
that
at least some kind of restrictions, if they're not in the form of a separate deed restriction document, we want them on the plan, because we have a compatibility ordinance that says, the neighborhood needs to be compatible with itself, with the surrounding neighborhoods. You can't put mobile homes in a single family neighborhood, that kind of thing. So even at a bare minimum, if you're not gonna have the fencing and the pools and the square footage, you gotta have something on there that we can at least look at to make sure the subdivision is compatible. I can't imagine a developer would be okay with somebody building a 1,200 square foot house next to a 3,000 square foot house.
Me either,
So
but that's what.
that may be a conversation that I need to have with the owner, and I'm happy to do that, because I know you all work for them, and I'm happy to do that if it helps you all, because you know it's a good idea,
Yep.
right? Okay. I need the detail, the catch basin, your inlet, there's some pretty specific requirements, precast, KYTC standards, that kind of thing that we need to show the detail and that language, and I brought you a copy of what that language is, and that's also for your outlet structures, your riprap, your culverts, dimensions, HDPE, double wall, all that good stuff. I've got that in the format I can give you, so we can make sure we get that detail. This is for the road department. They want that detail on there, so everybody up front knows what they're expecting in terms of construction. The exit from the subdivision, because the number of lots requires 2 exit lanes and 1 entrance lane. It also requires a 60-foot right of way, at least 36 feet of pavement, 12-foot lane. That's one arrow coming out, one arrow coming out left, and then in the end because of the number of lots.
I think it's designed that way. I don't know if the striping or anything is actually drawn on there.
And maybe if you want to put that in the form of a detail somewhere off to the side, so you don't have to blow that up. And I couldn't tell. That looked like an L5 to me, but when I looked at L5, it said it was like 500 feet. So I don't know if that's a typo.
Okay, L5 is a exterior boundary line. That's not a boundary line on one of the lots.
Okay. Right, that should be the width of the entrance, right? If that's the entrance to the subdivision.
No, L5 is probably here.
Okay. So that, and that detail is showing what those dimensions are. It's 36 feet, not counting the radius of the curve. Okay. And that's in that paperwork I'm gonna give you too. Let's see. cross-section, the street cross-section, only shows 2 inches of base. Our regs require 2.5 inches of base. Need curb detail, what kind of curb. This street cross-section is a little different than we usually do. We usually do 20 foot of blacktop, 2 foot curb, 9 foot of buffer, and a 4 foot sidewalk. And then the proper lines at the back of the sidewalk. You're only proposing sidewalks on one side of the street, which is permitted on 1 acre lots. And as long as the road department's okay with this cross section, that's fine. But we want the right of way to be on the back of the curb. Wherever you put that sidewalk in there, that doesn't matter. But they want that property line on the back of the curb. That way, on the back of the sidewalk. I'm sorry, back of the sidewalk, right? On the other side, if you don't put a sidewalk over there, there won't be any defining boundary there. But on the side we do have sidewalks. And then for the curb, we just want to make sure, you know, the height and the dimensions of the curb, it's spec'd out in the regs. We talked about labeling the KYTC standards, and there's a subdivision entrance. And
Now, the appropriate permit, does that have to be finalized by KYTC or just?
no, but you need to at least have applied for it, because if you go to apply for it, they're gonna tell you what you have to do. You don't want to start putting a subdivision in there, and then they come back and tell you you gotta put turn lanes in both directions because of the 100 lots. This body doesn't regulate the state highway, they only regulate the county roads. Because it's a state highway, the state will have to sign off on and tell you they'll design that entrance for you. And based on the volume of that road, based on the number of lots in the subdivision, it'll be their decision whether or not they want you to put turn lanes in. We just want to make sure that you have talked with them and got your approval before we approve anything. If you're not going to, if it becomes too cost prohibitive to turn into a subdivision, you're not going to subdivision. Right. That's all I had.
What about the lakes? The lakes have to be, based on the drainage plan.
Yeah, but one thing that the road department, would like for you to do is put, an easement around that lake. You've got it around the one up front, but the one in the back, that easement doesn't extend all the way down to the water. They'd like an easement around that lake in case they ever have to get in there and maintain it. If that ends up being part of the detention, retention, drainage plan for the subdivision, somebody's gotta be responsible for that. The county's not gonna be responsible. So whether it's spelled out on here that lot owner is responsible, or that the HOA, if we end up going that route, is responsible, but somebody other than the county needs to be listed on here as responsible for maintaining that lake. Pond, whatever it is.
What about
on lot 7?
I'm talking about on lot 30 right now. There's one on lot 7 as well, you can get all the way around it.
Covers that lot all the way around it, so same thing on
That pretty much takes up, 7 pretty much takes up the whole lot, the lake does. 30 does not, you can still be able to build on it.
What about the existing buildings, vacant land?
Yes.
All of them down in
It's
the
just barn, that's
city.
all, barn and shed.
Lot 96, 95, 92. All these come out.
Yeah, all that. The one up here at the front on lot 3.
Is that a
Lot 1 and 2, they gonna enter in from the highway?
There's existing entrances there.
Road to this barn, and it goes around. This
That's
is
all when we consolidate those lots.
that'll just be rear easement there.
In lot 3, you gonna enter in from the highway too?
Yes.
So you got a road going to the subdivision, and you're gonna enter it off the highway.
They will come off the state road though.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, they will.
They will?
They're existing entrances. All these entrances are existing. The encroachment permit is for, in terms of if they're gonna make you approve that at all.
Okay.
Because of the development.
So 1, 2, and 3 have driveways now.
Yes. You can probably see them on the,
Well, all 4 of these front lots right there got highway.
yeah, there's a couple trailers there, there's a house there, I think.
97 has one too, looks like.
Here they are, see, there's an entrance right there, there's an entrance right there, there's an entrance right there, and then the new entrance for the subdivision will come right through here.
Is that the mosque right there?
The mosque is right here where all this looks like it's at the top of the world. And it's a temple.
I'm
It's a
sorry.
temple.
Sorry.
Big difference.
How about I just in a place of worship? Does that get me out of trouble?
Keep it going. So, lot 3 will actually come off of that internal street that they're going to do.
No, it'll come off highway, so a lot 97 look like.
Yeah, it looks like there's four.
Why can't they access the other one?
If you look at lot 97 on the far east side, you'll see it has an existing. See it? And then lot 3 has an existing entrance, lot 2 has an existing entrance, and lot 1 has an existing entrance.
He said these buildings were coming off of the property, right?
Yeah.
So,
These are just small ones. That might be a trailer.
if you're gonna eliminate these buildings, then why can't you come off of the internal street if they eliminate those driveways on that main road?
Because those lot 1 and 2 don't be anywhere near the road.
Well, 2's not part of the development, right?
This is lot 2 right here.
What's that say?
That's not part of the development. That's just.
3 and 97.
That's a different, that's not part of the development.
Well, I can see these 2 lots.
Yeah.
But I can't see why we would allow these 2 lots to come off.
Because the road already has existing entrance.
Not only that, if they're gonna redesign this, should we encourage them to do that in order not to have all these driveways coming off that plus a main?
That might help you with your grocery permit.
That's what I was gonna say, that's probably something the state will probably make us do anyways, if I was,
I
if
can
I was
see these
guessing.
2 lower lots because they have no access to get to the
Yeah.
street.
I agree.
Now, these 2 here, you can come down.
Those two nearest the entrance, they probably can.
So that's lot 97, lot 3.
And something about these, bigger lots you've got here, there needs to be something in there that you can't set that up as a small farm or a baby farm, for a horse or dog kennel or something like that, because there's some of these that are pretty good size, and I can see somebody putting a horse back here.
Oh, absolutely.
But they might buy a horse, they got the acreage, they have to be in restriction.
It had to be in restrictions.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big restriction if they're not really proposing this.
And kennel would require a commercial license.
Is there does the county have a limit on acres for, a horse or whatever?
No.
So,
I don't think we're gonna do it, you know, take a lot. You know, like 5 acres or.
So, what I know about this developer, the owner, is he's wanting to do as little as possible as far as HOA and all that, and he wants to sell every square inch of the property. So, we'll have to go, and like I said, that'd probably be a conversation that
Y'all probably need to come in and bring him with you
yeah.
and just talk about it on front, you know, face to face. Oh, explain to him, what's not a good idea, what is.
And that's, you know, part of the reason this is a lot is because
They don't have some kind of deed restriction for something.
They'll have something, now whether it'll be whether it'll be a standalone document, but it'll have to be on the plat, I think, before this body will approve it, just for the compatibility standard, if nothing else. And then we gotta figure out how we're gonna pay for the maintenance of the street light, at the entrance and the retention area, maintenance, that kind of thing, so.
what about like these blue line streams? Like number 59 has a blue line stream running right down the middle of it. You can't go in there and build a barn, a house, a driveway, or anything over a blue line stream.
Well, depending on considered high hazard area. And that would be a division of water question, but.
Oh, that way.
But we want to set a flood map in 2007. Fair.
yeah.
I think that, well, I don't know, for bridge, you can't touch them, you can't change them, you can't fill them in.
You got here too, Mary, those blue lines on here, are they shown on that map?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on there, I don't know where that comes from.
Number 59.
That might be taken from the Google Earth, or it might be taken from the county's map, it doesn't necessarily mean it's.
See, they're all over these, they're 41, 42, 43, 44 goes down through
Yeah, they're
there.
running across.
And they're running across it in every direction here. That may be something you have to look at.
Center of creek or drain. Yeah, I mean, they can't build in the floodplain. They can build in the floodplain. Just extra hoops that, they have to jump through. If they try to reroute, those creeks and streams and stuff, you know, you'd have issues with the division of water. I mean, that's not our issue.
So Division of Water would sign off on whether that's in.
They wouldn't be able to get any permits to build unless the division of water signed off. I can't issue a building permit for something that's in the floodplain or blue line stream without a floodplain permit. So that problem is correct itself.
Okay.
Do you know if they're gonna develop this in phases?
I think so. They haven't told us that officially, but I believe that's what they're gonna do.
You actually have to put, maybe a line or something to show what phase they're gonna do. A lot of people do. So they usually just put out what new phases are gonna do.
That's just one of those decisions they haven't made at the time, they want to get this in, which obviously not too early.
So the process from here on is, you take this back to your client and talk to them about what we need, talk about the corrections. This is just a preliminary work session. When you get ready, this will have to come back to the business session for an actual up or down vote. That can be in 2 weeks. If you're not ready, it can be next
2 weeks.
2 weeks from tonight. Our deadline to submit that is a week from tonight, because we
So
got.
the meeting's 2 weeks, deadline to submit's 1 week.
So what I'm telling you, if you don't get it ready by the next business session, you don't have to come back to another work session. You can go to the next business session.
You don't have questions or?
If you got any questions, after you look over it.
All right.
Did we get the information back on what the state says about all the entrances before we had to vote on it, or?
Yeah, I mean, we should, I'm sure we'll have those conversations between now and then.
Because they require turn lanes, that's the whole definition.
Not for us.
Right, but they have to get yay or nay.
Yeah.
Anything else? Okay.
We'll be present for coming in.
Thank you all.
Where do we have anything else to come for today?
All we got to do.
If not, then I'll motion in order to adjourn.
Ray Eye,
Yes.
Doug Crick,
Yes.
Kenny King, Bill Buchanan, Ray Platt.
Yes.
Ray
Fencing on the farm side, is it applicable, you don't have to do this?
All I have to
And I'm not for getting calls. I'm down there. Street lights. I don't think we have regulations for our street lights. They could require me restrictions at home. Porch lights. That's what you.
I mean, down there, that's when you lost, it has 3 lights. That big stuff, it be dark, it doesn't spread your way.
Yeah, but we got subdivision all the county.
I know.
They are required to have one to open.
I think that's more of a developer choice, and a customer choice. I mean, if you want to live in subdivision that's got lights, then you're not gonna buy a lot of it.
This guy here, he won't.
You don't try to do
I
it.
know it's something else, you know,
Can't sit there and say,
it's a high density subdivision. I mean, like, you know, sewer is four.
oh, not to say one acre lot, I
That
did.
might be a.
Mike Patel, he goes on Mike.
We have a